I have the seat full of water, like full of water.
Must be the water.
Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
If you're an F1 fan, you've probably seen a conversation between the engineer and driver and thought to yourself, I could do a better job than that. Could you? Well, let's find out. During an F1 race, teams receive thousands of data points per second: tire pressure, engine temperature, fuel levels, all transmitted live from the car hurtling down a track at 200 miles an hour. That is telemetry in action. To simply define telemetry, it is the automatic process of collecting data from remote sources such as sensors or devices and transmitting it to a central system for monitoring and analysis. During an F1 First, let's look at what on earth is going on back at the pit wall and engineering station during an F1 race. How do they know when to box car and change wheels? What are they even seeing on those computers? First, let's look. Telemetry works in a cycle. You have to first identify your requirements. Do you need to know problems with the mechanics early on, or in the case of F1, do you need to know overall vehicle dynamics, how far behind another car is? Once you have these questions ready, then you can move on. The next step is setting up the telemetry instrumentation. This is the hardware. This step and the next, which is transmitting the telemetry, go hand in hand and have a few key parts that should be highlighted. Each telemetry system is based off of a wireless network that is built for its purposes identified in step 1. Usually F1 teams have a private customized mesh network based on the WiMAX 802.16 standard. However, we want to understand the mechanics of telemetry from a broader perspective. For this, we can use QAM. QAM shows us how to combine two orthogonal carriers in phase and quadrature in order to transmit data efficiently, which is a fundamental principle in modern communication. QAM stands for quadrature amplitude modulation. This is generally used in commercial wireless systems such as cable TV, DSL modems, Wi-Fi networks, and so on for high-speed data transfers. What happens is that data is received via two carrier signals which are 90 degrees out of phase with each other, called the in-phase and quadrature signals, which is where the name comes from, by the way. From here, data is encoded by changing the amplitude and phase at the same time. Then a constellation diagram is drawn to visualize the possible combinations, each of which correspond to a unique set of bits. The higher the possible points, the higher the number of bits. It's a simple system really, but it shows the basic foundation for most telemetric technology. What happens once this data is received? Well, the natural course is for it to be stored in a database or a data lake, then afterwards sifted through with other automated processes in order to identify patterns, anomalies, and trends. F1 teams use this in order to improve their performance as both on the track as well as off track between races. By the time the next race rolls around, the car needs to be tracked again, which means new data points, which means the cycle is complete. Telemetry is one of the many engineering and technical concepts that goes behind F1. The sport itself flawlessly combines a wide array of ideas from aerodynamics and hybrid power units to fluid dynamics and sophisticated data analysis. But I hope that this video helped you understand some of the basic information about telemetry and F1 engineering. Thank you for watching.